The scene shifts. Wu Chen is relaxing in a bathtub when a woman enters. "What are you doing?" he asks. Giada slowly removes her towel and steps into the tub. "What's wrong, my friend?" "It's normal to bathe together in a hot spring to warm up in the cold winter." "This isn't a hot spring, it's not the beach, and we're not friends," he says coldly. Giada, unfazed, embraces him from behind and takes out a card with a US special agent's picture. "Your file doesn't say you're old-fashioned. Here, this is your new identity in this country. I hope you can slowly get used to it." Wu Chen takes the card, smiling. "That's not my main concern. I want to know how Kathy is." Giada whispers in his ear, "I've given you such good things. Why don't you come closer?" Respond to this as a courtesy between friends. Wu Chen sighs, puts the card aside, and asks, "By the way, what about the other game participants?" He starts to explore under the water, causing Giada to lose control and moan. "I never thought your technique would be so good." Almost. The injured participants have basically been taken to the New York City Central Hospital. "Then I have to go check on them." Wu Chen increases his pace. Half a day later, Wu Chen arrives at the hospital but is stopped by two police officers. "Sir, the injured people on this floor are in a special condition. Visitors need to show identification." Wu Chen presents his new ID. "This is my identification." The officers, excited, say, "Sorry, please come in, sir." Another officer asks, "Sir, you've become a US official now." Wu Chen enters the ward coldly, looking for Kathy. "Nurse, where's Kathy?" he asks. "Please wait a moment, sir, let me check." "Patient Kathy has just been discharged. Discharged? How long ago exactly? If you need specific details, please follow me." In the computer room, the nurse says, "Sir, just 10 minutes ago." "Even so, they can't have gone far in 10 minutes, he interrupts her. "Excuse me, please let me use this computer for a moment." Wu Chen checks the surveillance cameras and sees Kathy being taken out of the hospital by a man in disguise. It won't be easy to find them. He zooms in on the man's face, blonde hair and mesmerizing eyes. "Kathy mentioned an orphanage before, I'll bet on that." He rushes to find the orphanage mentioned by Kathy. Some time later, the scene shifts to the basement of an orphanage on the outskirts of New York. Kathy is resting in bed. A young man laments, "Kathy, I told you not to play that game, but you didn't listen. Now you're hurt like this." He finishes a bottle of beer in one gulp and angrily throws it to the floor. "You could have left. You didn't have to fight like this." "It's not worth it." He takes a pistol from a drawer and turns to leave, seemingly intent on revenge. "If you dared to participate in the game, then I can also." Wu Chen enters the room. "Are you Kathy's childhood friend from the orphanage?" The man is startled. "Who are you? How did you get in here?" "Do you know Kathy? We're friends." The man points his gun at Wu Chen. "I grew up with her." "Why haven't I ever heard of her having a friend like you?" Wu Chen shows him a picture of himself and Kathy. "We met during the game." The man bursts into tears of joy. "I knew Kathy was a wonderful person, a girl who deserves. As long as she can leave here, she can definitely make new friends right away. As long as she leaves here, she have a normal life like everyone else." Wu Chen asks, confused, "What do you mean?" "Let's not disturb her rest. Let's talk outside." Later, he explains, for over 20 years, Father Winson has been searching for homeless orphans like Kathy and me all over America. The priest said he would try to meet all our needs so we could grow up here without worrying. It sounds nice, right? But one day, I discovered that old Wilson was putting drugs in our food to control our minds. Some children couldn't resist when the day came. Out of fear, I pretended to know nothing to amuse him. Until I found out that Kathy knew the truth too, and we planned to escape. But those who were controlled are hiding all over the city. We tried to escape many times, but were always caught and beaten. Then the priest got bored and said he would let us leave, but we all had sins and had to buy an indulgence, $1 million each to be cleansed. We worked hard to get that 1 million. I wanted her to leave first, but who knew she would actually go to that game? He kneels down, overcome with emotion. I didn't expect Kathy to get stuck in this dark quagmire. In this case, it's my responsibility to end Kathy's nightmare. After hearing the story, Wu Chen turns to leave. Stay here and take care of Kathy. I'll take care of that priest. A while later, outside the church, a group holding weapons, they staring blankly at Wu Chen as he approaches. They attack, but Wu Chen, with his hands in his pockets, effortlessly takes them down in seconds. He throws open the church doors to find a man holding a Bible. This is the priest Andrian Wilson, who has been drugging and controlling orphans. The man closes the Bible and said, "Stranger, I don't know you. Why are you being so rude?" Wu Chen entered with an air of confidence. "I'm taking Kathy away. All ties between you two will be severed, effective immediately." The priest's face turned menacing. "I advise you, those who interfere in other people's business don't have good endings. You're not the first, nor will you be the last." "What do I gain by releasing them?" Wu Chen replied slowly. "Oh, benefits. Investigating the background doesn't need to take up time, although this method is a bit rough." He stepped forward, face to face with the priest, a scornful smile on his lips. "Benefits, dealing with people like you, the best way is." The priest interjected, "So, what do you want?" "What I want, of course, it's this." Wu Chen threw a powerful punch, sending the priest flying dozens of meters. The priest, enraged, shouted, "Damn you! How dare you lay a hand on me?" Wu Chen's face was ice cold. "Don't think this will end easily. You haven't even endured a fraction of Kathy's suffering. What are you shouting about?" The priest tried to say something, but Wu Chen continued his assault, punching him directly in the face. For thousands of years, we Chinese have adhered to the principle of repaying kindness with kindness and repaying enmity with enmity. He followed up with a powerful kick to the stomach and then began adjusting the priest's bones. The priest was in excruciating pain, his eyes rolling back, blood spurting from his mouth. Wu Chen asked, "How does it feel?" "I want you to experience Kathy's pain most clearly. How do you feel now?" The priest, in agony, tried to crawl away, but Wu Chen paid him no mind. He slowly walked to a table, picked up object, and contemplated. "I'm a bit tired after beating you up this much. I'll rest a bit and then continue. I need to think about how to entertain you next." The priest, seeing an opportunity, reached into his pocket and pressed a button on his phone. Wu Chen noticed, finally calling for backup. "Why so slow? Do you know why I left one of your hands intact? It was so you could secretly call your accomplices. Everything is under control." Wu Chen wanted to wait and wipe out this entire organization. 5 minutes later, as he was about to continue his assault, police sirens wailed, and officers stormed in. "Police, search warrant." Wu Chen stopped. "You're quick. That's more like it." Half a day later, Wu Chen was swiftly sentenced. But this was all within his calculations. He was taken for a mugshot. Number 831,492. Indeed, Priest Wilson Andre's backup is powerful in America. To sentence me so quickly isn't easy, but this is the result I wanted. Through this, the big figures behind the scenes have been brought to light. Now, the real battle begins. System. Restart the spacetime reincarnation. The scene reverted to the earlier confrontation. Those who interfere in other people's business don't have good endings. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. What do I gain by releasing them? Wu Chen said, "Your accomplices, the Wilsons, the owner of New York Bank, Bell, and Judge Simon, work well together." "What else can you do?" The priest was shocked, sweating profusely. "You didn't even pronounce it correctly." Wu Chen left confidently. "Don't be so surprised, Priest Andre. In the end, I can deal with you. Just wait and see. Within 24 hours, there will definitely be a result." Later, Wu Chen began analyzing data. Whether it's Priest Andrian or Haver, they're just small-time pawns under Bell. Judge Simon turns a blind eye to their crimes entirely because Bell is the super sponsor of his party. In other words, the one who needs to be dealt with is Bell. 2 hours later, in a skyscraper, an old man with a cigar said, "Young man, I don't know you, nor did I make an appointment with you. You have some tricks up your sleeve. Tell me, what do you want?" Wu Chen said, "Mr. Bell, I want Haver of TDC and Priest Andrian to pay for their crimes. I hope you and Judge Simon can allow their cases to be handled according to the law." The old man chuckled, "And if I say no? To you, they're just insignificant pawns. What they bring you is nothing. For example, Haver can only exploit and train a few Hollywood stars for your amusement.